Hey guys, episode 32 of the ISA portfolio series. Can't show the free link share at the moment because Trading212 aren't accepting new applicants, but we'll get back to it soon. And fairly quiet week for the portfolio, to be honest. Just looking at the gold and silver, it's been a bit up and down, but down slightly on the week. As I say, this sort of lags behind normally about a day from the actual sort of gold and silver price action. So it was a green day on Friday, so these should go up on Monday. Not too much, but yeah, not too bad. Still a bit frustrating holding these. Does seem to be sort of slow going. I really don't believe the sort of whole narrative around selling gold to buy Bitcoin, though. Just seems sort of the amount that has come off gold and silver is nowhere near sort of the amount that has gone into Bitcoin. So I think it's just people wanting to sell, maybe feeling more risk on, basically. Happy to take on the risk with, thinking the economy's back to normal. I don't really agree that it is, but there you go. So that's the Hargreaves Lansdown side. And the Trading212, not a great change here. The Argo blockchain position is now in profit, which is nice. Bitcoin should go up again Monday. Bitcoin sort of seeing a rise this weekend. So that should be good. The Bitcoin ETP up slightly. Again, that should go up on Monday if Bitcoin stays where it is. Most of the gold miners are sort of either flat or slightly up, a few percent either way. Not a huge change. The ArcPi I have added a little bit to. That's not all gain. I've sold the Virgin Galactic position. It got to, I think, 100%, and that's always my sort of time to ask myself why I'm holding it, really. And I think, yes, the ARK Invest are doing a new ETF on it, but I just think they're getting a bit ahead of themselves, to be honest. They're doing one test flight every now and then, and they're worth sort of $10 billion. So I thought I'd sell that, and I put a little bit into the ArcPi and bought more REITs. So Impact Healthcare REIT was one of the ones on my sort of long-term list. Been there for a while, but never really bought any because I wanted to buy it in the ISA. And just scrolling down, also bought Target Healthcare REIT, which was the other one. Sort of equal amount of both of those. And I put the rest into American Tower. So I bought one share of that. So again, one that I wanted to increase the position on. Digital Realty Trust just seems a little bit high at the moment, so I didn't put anything into there. Although I sort of appreciate that I may just have to pay the premium on that at some point and buy at a higher price, because it is, I think, going to be an in-demand real estate sector going forward. So just didn't want to put any in right now, but obviously if some big money comes in with gold sales and stuff, then have to just pay that, but nothing just yet. All the ArcPi positions, not too much change in the smaller shares. Polymetal actually up because they had a very bad week last week, so just up 3%. Not too bad. Realty Income up slightly, 3%. Still sort of up and down around the $60. Sylvania Platinum seen a bit of a down this week, 2%, but very, very bullish on this still. the sort of one analyst on Simply Wall Street has increased their price target, and I think they increased the EPS to about 36 cents. So sort of gives the stock a forward PE of about 4 now, which is incredible, really. Also, rhodium sort of took a little bit of a downturn sort of over the last couple of weeks, but this last week has really recovered and is sort of basically back to the highs that it was. So that sort of side of revenue should be really good, and sort of the platinum side is looking pretty good, highest it's been for a fair while. So I think it's only a matter of time before that rockets up. And that's about it. Volkswagen, slight increase this week. That's about it for the ISA side. The invest side I have added to a little bit this week. Again, just sort of mainly in the same stocks. Taken the position in Aviva. Not added too much this week. Took a position in international paper. This wasn't actually on the long-term list before, but they've had a drop this week due to sort of missing their projected earnings. But I think the projected earnings still look pretty good, pretty low sort of value stock on forward PE basis. So I think it's one I want to hold. Sort of links to Amazon and that sort of thing. They're one of the big suppliers of Amazon for packaging, with more sort of online sales, then they should do well. So I think this may, not sure whether I'll just add this and keep all of the rest. I'm thinking about maybe not dropping because I've never invested in it, but dropping store capital off the sort of long-term list. Sort of thinking already got realty income, and they're both retail REITs, not an area I want to go sort of huge in. Quite happy with the sort of REITs that I've got in the sort of specialist sectors. So sort of cell towers, data storage and healthcare and that sort of thing. So maybe just keep realty income as the one sort of retail REIT, and obviously, as I say, I never actually put anything into store capital, but may just drop that off and have international paper instead. Another industrials one, so quite like that. It's a sector that I like. Not too many other buys this week. Lockheed Martin still up a little bit this week, but sort of down for the longer term. So still like them. It's my largest sort of single stock position in here. Porsche done a little bit better than Volkswagen actually. Still sort of, I guess, politically motivated with these. Not as in the government, as in the sort of the family, the Porsche family and that sort of thing. So it doesn't always perform exactly like Volkswagen Group. So that's done a little bit better. Sort of closed the value gap between them and Volkswagen Group. As I say, they are basically the same thing. Bought a little bit more Rio Tinto, just with the sort of bi-weekly deposit, just from salary, not from selling anything. Not bought anything else. Nothing making sort of any particular moves. Seen a bit of bad news about Tyson Foods. Potentially a class action lawsuit coming against them for sort of poor dealing with the COVID restrictions and that sort of thing with their plants. So potentially a lawsuit coming, might drop the share price, but I think I would add more if it drops at any noticeable amount. Shouldn't affect the company long term. So yeah, that is pretty much it. Not too much change this week. Yeah, drop a comment if you want to know anything more, or just want to make a comment on any of my positions. Feel free. Always open to advice. Drop a like, as always appreciated, and subscribe if you want to see more. See you soon.